So today we will be demonstrating how to replace a complete seat on a Mitsubishi forklift. First step to this process is to pull up on the seat adjustment lever and pull a full seat forward. To properly open the hood, first you will have to loosen the steering wheel adjustment lever, push the steering wheel up, and retighten the lever. Next, you will grab the latch on the bottom left side and lift the whole hood up. Then underneath of the seat, or under the hood, we have 4 nuts that hold the seat into place and 1 connector for the seat switch. We're going to cut the zip tie that holds the wire for the seat switch. Next, we will unplug this seat switch. Now that this is unplugged, we should be good to start taking these 4 nuts off. This will require a ratchet and a 13mm socket. Now that we got the 4 bolts and washers removed, in some models you may have to unlock the strut before closing the hood. Simply press the red button forward and close the seat. And lift up on the seat, and it should come up as a whole. Now that we have our new seat, we cut the zip tie, and then you will tip the seat up so that you can see the bottom to feed the harness for the seat switch through this rubber grommet. Sometimes you may have to remove this rubber grommet like this, insert the plug through the grommet, and then feed the harness through the hole in the hood. Sometimes you may need to use a small screwdriver or pick to try and feed the rubber grommet back into its spot, because then when it is fully installed, it should be flush with the hood. Next step, there is 4 plastic caps on the bolts that hold the seat bracket to the hood. To protect, the threads must be removed. Once removed, make sure your spacer plates are lined up with your bolt holes on the hood. Insert your harness all the way down until there's little to no harness left visible. Now you can lift the whole seat assembly and set it in the holes. Once the seat is in place, you may now lift the hood again. Now you may install the 4 mounting nuts and washers back onto the new studs. Now that those are checked that they're tightened properly, we will run the harness for the seat switch over to the hood bracket, wrap it around the back side, and reinstall a new zip tie. You will want to leave some slack to allow for movement when opening and closing the hood. Once you tighten the zip tie, we will take a flush cut snippers and snip off the remainder of the zip tie. You may now re-plug in the harness for the seat switch and tuck it in beside the battery. And that is how you replace a seat on a Mitsubishi forklift. Talking about the components of a suspension seat. Suspension seat and non-suspension seats are different in the fact that a suspension seat has a spring mechanism to comfort the operator's ride. It has a cushion that allows it to move up and down with the bumps or terrain that the forklift is traveling on. You can adjust how sturdy or strong the seat is with this handle right here by pushing down. Will make it a more rough ride, and lifting it up and adjusting it will make for a softer ride. The next component on our seat will be the forward and reverse lever to move the seat forward and backwards. This allows to compensate for rider height and to adjust to the foot pedals. Next, we have our seat belt. For the rider's safety, the seat belt must be latched at all times when operating the machinery. If the buckle fails and will not hold the seat belt into place, you can replace just this buckle, or say the seat belt has a tear in the strap somewhere, you may replace just the retractable part of the seat belt as well. So this is how you would replace a bottom seat cushion when it has a rip or tear in it. First, you will pick up the lever and slide the seat forward. Next, you will tilt the back of the chair forward and release the lever on the back of the seat. Push up and pull out, and you can take the old ripped seat cushion here and replace it with a good seat cushion. First, you will start by inserting the cushion into the bottom of the seat. Push the seat all the way forward and latch the back. Then, tilt the seat back forward and push the seat back to the operating position. Next, we're going to talk about the seat switch. The seat switch is a safety feature that protects the rider and people around from being injured when the forklift is running and nobody is sitting on the seat. So we will demonstrate that with the forklift running and nobody on the seat, the hydraulics will not work at all. We're going to go over how to properly put on a seatbelt. You're going to sit in the seat, get comfortable first, and then you will wrap the belt around your body and insert between your hip and the handle and click it into the buckle. The seat belt should be properly set around your waist, around your belt area. It should not be down here or up here, because that could cause injury to the operator. When releasing the seat belt, click the button and let the seat belt retract. Now, with the operator sitting on the seat, the switch is activated to allow the hydraulic levers to operate.